The Democratic National Committee reportedly slashing the price for a photo op with the vice president.
Yeah, tickets are now going for $5,000, down from the original $15,000. Sean Duffy, former Wisconsin Congressman, Fox News contributor, here to react. Sean, I was thinking inflation is a big killer right now. So is that the reason why these pictures are on the clearance rack, or is it something else?
Well, yeah, inflation's a problem, but also the approval numbers of the Democrat Party with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are the problem. Listen, I've done these events where presidents or vice presidents come into your district or your state, and there's wild excitement of people who, make a lot more money than the three of us, that they have to burn, that they come in and they want to take a picture with the president or vice president. It's a great shrine to their political acumen, and then they give it to the DNC or the RNC. Here, the fact that Kamala Harris can't get the $15,000, the price tag that was set, that they have to slash the prices down to $5,000, which, by the way, is still a lot of money, but people normally pay the $15,000, $20,000 for a picture. This is even in places like California, where she's from, that people are saying, listen, we've had enough. To be really clear, this is not inflation, because the kind of people who pay these prices, inflation's not affecting them. It affects everyday Americans, but the ones who can pay that much money for a ticket, inflation is fine in their homes. It's they don't like Kamala Harris, they don't like Joe Biden, they don't like the economy, and they don't like the direction of this country.
Yeah, Harris's approval rating, 39% approve, 56 disapprove. But I want to play this. This is the House Majority Whip, Clyburn, looking to 2024, and he mentions Kamala Harris. Take a listen.
Well, it's no question in my mind that Joe Biden is doing exactly what needs to be done for this great country of ours. I'm just saying that if he chooses not to run again, first on my list after him would be Kamala Harris.
Sean, do you think something, you would think of it as something so simple as just dropping the price of the cost of a photo op? You would think it was nothing, but do you think that may deter Harris from maybe a 2024 bid for president?
Listen, I think when you have the taste of the vice presidency, so many then want to become president. They don't want to give up the opportunity. They see it as a one-shot deal. Clyburn may want to support Kamala Harris, but I look at, most Democrats, most of Americans look at Kamala Harris, and she has been an utter failure. So listen, this campaign, if she runs for president in 2024 or 2028, will go nowhere. You have to actually perform as the vice president. People have to say, you know what? They've shown real leadership, and they deserve to have now the presidency, and Kamala Harris hasn't done that. So I think you're going to see a raucous primary whenever Joe Biden steps aside for other Democrats to step in. The problem, though, for Democrats is, Kamala Harris is a minority and a woman, and if Democrats go in a different direction, it undermines everything they've told the American people about their party, that they are the party of minorities and the party of women, but they won't take the vice president, who's an African American and a female. It's going to be rich for the party, and they're kind of in a corner.
Sean, over the weekend, an MSNBC panel was talking about the state of the Republican Party, and here's how they described the GOP. Watch this.
Today's GOP is no longer a political party. It's a white nationalist fascist movement.
Many are fascists, and we're dealing with a white nationalist party increasingly.
Saying the reasonable Republican, it's like saying the reasonable Taliban member. They're all extremists. Let's be blunt about it.
Yeah, I guess you have to consider the source there, but I wonder how they would explain, Sean, more people switching parties and going from Democrat to Republican now than they have in a long time.
This isn't surprising, though, Carly, because this movement is a Marxist movement. They have to destroy the opposition. They have to try to destroy America. They have to call you a fascist and a racist if they're going to prevail in this great transition, right? But if you want to talk about violence, just quickly, you can look at the pro-abortion movement that's attacking pro-life clinics right now, the BLM movement, Antifa, all violent movements that have come from the left. But if you look at it, to your point, Carly, Mayra Flores, just before my segment, she was just sworn in as a Mexican-born woman as a Republican, won a Texas seat that hasn't been won in 140 years. voters by Republicans. The Mexican or Hispanic community is coming over to the Republican Party.
Yeah.
You look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the one who said, we're going to fund historically black colleges. We're going to do criminal justice reform, all things that Democrats had promised, but Donald Trump has done. Again, this is just, fiery rhetoric that's from a Marxist movement because they hate people who love America. And this is a party, the Republican Party, loves America and loves everyone who wants this country to be great. They're all welcome. Has nothing to do with race, color, sexual preference. It's all about, do you love the country? Do you want it to be great? And do you like free enterprise? If you love free enterprise and not Marxism, hey, we're a party for you.
Yeah, you make such a great point. I think somebody needs to ask Myra Flores how she feels about being called a white nationalist. Unbelievable. Sean, got to leave it there. Thank you for joining us.
Ladies, great to see you. You look great this morning.
Good to see you, too. Thank you. You too.